it's Emmy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be painting a mandala, but with a few different elements that are normally in a normal mandala. We're going to make it a little cuter and fun. So we're going to need watercolor paper. I'm going to use watercolor paint. You can use whatever you want. If you want to use gouache or markers or whatever, you can. The basics are the same. I have some more watercolor paint, my Kuretake that I got in my last haul. I have a compass and paintbrushes and a ruler off screen, and another pencil in case I need it. So to get started, I have cut my watercolor paper into a square. You don't have to. I just think it makes it a little easier to find the center and all that good stuff. So you can wing it or you can measure it out. And to measure it out, I typically find that just making a little X in the center very lightly. You probably can't see this pencil. Make a little X in the center. My ruler's not quite long enough, but so I'm eyeballing it a little bit. And with the compass, you just open it up. I have a really simple compass, like a really old one, so it's very easy to use. And you're gonna put the little pointy end in the center, and you don't want it to go all the way to the edge of the paper. So you're gonna leave about an inch, and then we're going to make our mark. And just draw around. So if you don't have a compass, you can use just round stuff like plates and stuff. It'll be harder to align them though. Alright, so I'm going to do that a few more times. And I know I don't use it the correct way, but like you're supposed to hold this little middle piece. I don't really care. And we're not doing equidistant amounts. We're going to make some skinnier ones and some thicker ones. And just really try to leave that point in that center. So when you're doing it, you're not going to want to draw quite as hard. I have to draw a little harder so that it'll show up. I'm going to go ahead and grab an eraser and erase this. And then we're going to do some small ones in the center. We're going to do one in the center of that one just to add some variety in size. And you can do as many as you want, depending on how many layers you want to do. And I like this type of art just for a way to relax, because life is crazy and we need more relaxing time. Now that we have our center, our circles, we're going to start just filling them in with marks and shapes and cute stuff. Okay, so you can put in whatever you want. I'm just getting some paint ready. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with just little lines. And if you have a hard time keeping them parallel, you can do kind of like the northeast, southwest points for the lines, or clock, I guess would be a good way to describe it. And fill in the centers. And I want a variety of sizes and even kind of color tone. Mixed in a little bit of a different paint, but it's probably not very visible. It's very similar. Alright, and you can use whatever paintbrush you want. I like a round paintbrush. So the hardest part about this process is the letting it dry. So we're going to work around the outside one next, and then I'll probably pause it and get the hairdryer out. So this process is really forgivable. You can do kind of whatever you want. I'm going to draw scallops on the outside and then paint those in. I don't normally draw them out first, but for the video I will. And it kind of gives it a flower shape, which already makes it more fun. From here, we're going to paint these out. Alright, I'm gonna let this dry and I will come back to it in a minute. The paint's dry, so we're going to go back and paint in the center. I'm going to paint a flower shape. Okay, and after this I'm going to paint, I think I'm going to do flowers around this outer circle. It's still a relaxing painting to do because you're working on a lot of different things and it takes a while. And if you're like me and find that kind of thing very peaceful, then you'll like this. Alright, I'm painting little like tulip leaves, and once again I'm doing it in the kind of 4 points and working my way around. So you can use whatever designs you want. If you're not into flowers, you can do whatever you want. I mean, if you want small little birds or fish would be super cute. You could do moons and stars, really whatever. I find that when I can't think of what to paint, having something like this is a really good way to get my brain going, because you can paint it a couple times, different ways, and it'll trigger something. And you'll find what you actually want to be painting. But I'm really enjoying these. I'm kind of going through some stuff right now, and I'm leaning heavily into art to get me through it. So having a super relaxing painting is very nice. So I'm going to let the leaves dry and then we will add the petals, but in the meantime I'm going to add little hearts in between. Watercolor is difficult sometimes because the colors look so similar. Did I put my hand in that? Yeah, I did. So some of the colors, they just look so similar, so I always find myself choosing the wrong one. Alright. So I'm just kind of using all of my favorite colors, which is a really fun way to work. Alright, while I let those dry, I'm going to move to another circle. So for these, I'm just going to do dots. And the hardest part is not putting your hand in wet paint. So you could let them dry or work on a few of them at a time. I normally, when I'm working, I have a couple of sketchbooks going. so that I can let the paint dry. Can you tell I have ADHD? Alright, I'm going to switch to a smaller paintbrush now. I think I'm going to add more lines on one of the center circles and just do more lines. So I just like doing what I naturally kind of draw. So now the green looks dry, so we're going to add some flower centers. So I'm going to do red, and I'm going to do kind of tulip shapes, and it's going to encroach on the little stem a little bit. And just to add a little more color, I think I'm going to add some just little lines around the heart. That's not the right way. So this is why I like watercolor. You can take a little napkin and blot it away, and it's mostly gone. Alright, I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry. Okay, I'm back. It's dry. Well, mostly. For this last center one, I'm going to draw a vine. So just like a kind of squiggly line. And I'll be adding leaves. So I also want to add flowers to this. So I'm going to add I'm just going to add little kind of roundish shapes. And then I'm going to go back in with a smaller paintbrush and add those stems to connect it. It's okay if they bleed. So in the center of my flower, I'm going to go back and add a dot. And some more, I think I'm going to do triangle shapes. Alright, I'm going to let this all dry, and then I will come back and do some lines around the circles. Alright, it's dry, so I'm going to go back with a small paintbrush and paint these lines just to cover them. So I'm liking how light and bright everything is, so I'm going to kind of stick with light colors. And it's okay if your lines are wonky. Like I actually prefer wonky lines to perfection. Like I just put my hand in that. I'll fix that in a minute. I thought it was all dry. There's something about having a camera on you that makes you impatient. And so I mess up more on camera than I do when I'm just painting for me. Pretty imperfect line, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so I'm going to try to fix this, and if I cannot, that's okay. So I got it wet and I'm lifting it with a paintbrush. And what color was that? All right, and same with over here where I got a little bit of smudge. Lift it up. All right, and it's a lot better. It's not perfect. If you wanted, you could let it all dry, add some white gouache or acrylic paint over it and fix it, but I don't know that I care. Next, I need to paint the other lines. I'm just trying to balance colors as I see. And this is a fun process because you can add as little or as much detail as you want. I mean, you really could just paint concentric circles in solid colors, and that would be fun. Very modern. But I'm kind of a more is more person, so I get excited about painting lots of fun patterns. Alright, and we're back to do the last couple little details. So I'm going to use this green again. Alright, and just re-adding this little center. And I'm going to call this one done. So you could keep going and add in as many details as you want and fill in all the space if you want. I like a little white space in mine, so I'm going to leave it like this. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Bye!